Alright, so here's the last package for this video. Over here seems safe. I'm getting pretty tapped out here. Or at 5 a.m., so I may have to call this one. You guys may already know which place this is from. I got two options over there. If you've seen this packaging before, they use the same for their pens and dun 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 their knives. Same pull tab, by the way. Same pull tab's gonna not work, so we're just. And actually, because the pen, they don't go all the way to the end. Sometimes the pens go all the way to the end. I don't want to cut the box. Alright, so tactile turn. What do we got here? Plain black box. Oh, that's what came in. So this is another one that I've been trying to get via eBay because I did not think eBay or Reddit, etc. Because I did not think they were going to make more. And that's where I kind of got stuffed on the Techiform here. Somebody finally sold another standard length Techiform on eBay, and a week maybe two before they re-release it, it finally shows up a day or two before it actually gets re-released. And then Tactile Turn just has Techiforms in stock. And I'm like, fuck. Now, like I said, I spent what I would consider a reasonable amount over retail for it. You know, more. They got a little bit of money. PayPal got their fees, or eBay and PayPal got their fees, etc. But still, kind of a bummer, because I would rather support Tactile Turn directly if I can. There was no word from them that they were making more. But in the comments for the Techiform, everybody was like, hey, we want the metal one. And I was like, to a lot of people in the comments, like, hey, did you know that they already made? And what's special with Techiform is it's thick. This has heft. Like, holy Jesus, feels like drawing with or holding a crayon. Imagine you're a little kid and you're holding a crayon, except this is your crayon when you're an adult. That's what this feels like. This is gonna take some adjustment to get used to. But, yep, and I was like, Techiform. They did make a metal thick. That is the, if we flip it over, thick titanium X-tone. So I just call it X-tone because they don't have a non-thick X-tone to my knowledge. In the comments of them re-releasing the Techiform and the Techiform subsequently selling out in a number of sizes. I don't think all of them, but a lot of them. In a number, I think everything but the mini was sold out. So the skill hunt. Paisley, what's up? What's up, Paisley? Well, I'm glad, and I think this is a very popular pen. So, I know the short versions of this were sold out within hours of it being re-released. I've also seen a lot of sellers on eBay because the standard one was very popular on the second-hand or reseller market. All because I still had my eBay searches up for it, or my eBay filters up, the notifications up. I got notifications like the next 2 days that this came out, like 5 were listed each day. So there are a lot of people in the comments of the Techiform re-release asking for the like a metal version that's also thick, and I don't know. A few people commented like that they didn't know it existed, and then on my comment about they make the X-Tone, and I'm trying to get one of those. Hopefully not scalped too badly. Tactile Turn mentioned that they were going to re-release these, and they actually even gave like a date and a time. And I'm like, oh well, I'm getting one then, because these got scalped even harder because it's a more expensive pen than the Techiform because it's not a plastic; it's a full metal pen, and these are they're the oversized Ultima Techiform. Better in the hand. If people ask about thick titanium versions, so we got lathes turning dual tone, giving an iridescent color shift, black clip and blue internal bolt. So it's full titanium. Blue is one of the few colors that you can I shouldn't say few colors. You can anodize titanium. You anodize it with heat. The blue is one of the few colors that can be done that way. So that is why it's like a dual tone with the blue. Is they can do the titanium anodizing blue. You can do purple. Like there's like a color, like the more or less you heat it up and how you quench it, or don't quench it. I don't know if you actually quench it, but like like I believe most of it's reliant on the temperature you get it to. It will anodize titanium. So blue is a very common color to see titanium anodized in because you can just do it with like I don't necessarily like a blowtorch if you need one of the hotter ones. But and then with the black clip, it looks smart. Man, though, like I said, in an adult's hand, this feels like a crayon. Like I almost kind of want like I normally don't like I usually use like a 0.38, 0.4 refill in my pens. Like I almost want to put like a Whopper in here because this is a chonky boy. I almost want to put like like a 0.8 or a 1.0 refill in here, or 1.2 even, like a real fat marker. And I normally don't run those, so it might be kind of interesting. I know since this is Uniball compatible, something like a Sharpie pen 1.0 might fit in there. My mom actually uses those for work. She really likes a thick pen. I actually got her a collection of them. I shouldn't say a collection, but like the Uniball. Look up the Uniball pens. They're really thick. Well, guys, I am tapped out. We will go more into this pen in the next video. I know, I probably cucked you because it's like, oh, it's gonna be about a pen, and we took half friggin' hour to get to the pen. But I finally have my bolt action standard thick titanium X-tone, or what you guys have called, heard me see before, I called X-tone or thick X-tone. Standard is the length, and it is thick. Like I said, it feels like a crayon almost. Like imagine, like take a kid, give him a crayon. That's kind of what, I don't know if it looks like that in my hand, but it feels that way. I definitely have enough bolts from Tactile Turn to last me a freaking lifetime. I actually already ran out of room. You know, I was joking in previous videos about how I was gonna have to get another cube from Cross Customs. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I asked them, they're out of any colors. They'll have some in the new year, but they didn't have any. Well, even when I got that Cerakote or the Coyote tan one or whatever, I think that's the color that is. It they had black or that, and I already had black, so I'm like, yeah, tan it is. I'd probably take the black now if they had it, just because it'd be different than I have 2 tumbleds already. But like they've had red ones, they've had orange ones, they've had white ones. I just mix it up. So I gotta reach out. A lot of these places, guys, remember they make this stuff like this. Make these one off, or not one off, but like in batches or whatever. Just ask them. They might have one kicking around from a knife show, a pen show, whatever left that you can pick up off of them. That they have old stock for. Like maybe they didn't sell out of all the original Gen 0 bolts. Because they had one that random extra green one. Because they were selling the green and the blue together. You had to buy them as a set. David and I both. Well, he didn't know he wanted one. As soon as he found out what it was, he wanted one. See, this is what I was explaining though with this bolt. Let me show you. This will be the last thing. I was saying in the video on this that like they later added this because they didn't want to just be another bolt action. And the bolt V2 works great. So you're holding in here, you go up here, boom, boom. Actually super smooth to do that. And you just push down and kind of roll your finger. There's no way to really do this by hand, but you can even see with how far this screw sticks out, and you can also tell with how that's milled, that was originally supposed to be a side bolt. And if you hold it here, like you do the bolt when you do this, essentially, if you want to do that on the prototype one, or what was going to be the first batch, you actually have to shift your hand up and go like this. And this is all because they just didn't want, you have to shift your whole hand from here to there. They just didn't want, because everybody else was making bolts at the time. Now, if you hold it here, like you're writing, and you flip it over here, watch, where's your thumb? Right where the bolt would be. And because this screw's a little bit long, like you can see, that would actually work great. So if you want to see more about this, I mentioned it in a recent video when I was going over the new modal. We should have made a video when these came out. If it's not out or it got buried in the backlog, hit me up. I'll go and try and find it for you guys. So, have a good one. Peace.